So Lucas, once again, it's a fuck it, I'm wearing a hat day, but let's talk about some Groot. Yeah! So far away, Lucas, would you like to, as you often do, let the audience know what the topic of today's Wikipedia Weekend is about, as I take a big old sip of this tea right here. No milk in this bastard. Thanks, guys who run this office.
Karl, I am Groot.
Yes. Yes, you are, but would you like to tell me what the topic of today's conversation is?
It is, of course, Groot.
Yeah, and we'll be referring specifically to the Marvel Wiki and the page simply titled Groot Earth 616. And we'll start, as we often do, with the character's biographical information. And we have here, real name, Groot. Got it. I'm glad we're all on the same page to start with. Aliases, holy shit. And Lucas, do you want to once again just play our what would be my band name game?
Yes.
Audience at home, feel free to join in. We have Aliases for Groot, Child of Destruction, Child of Ruin, His Divine Majesty Groot the 23rd,
What?
Monarch of Planet X, Custodian of the Branch Worlds, Ruler of all the Shades, Nova, Seed of Slaughter, Slaughter Seed, Venom, and Peter Quill, meaning he must have been Venom for a bit and also Star-Lord.
Holy shit. Oh, that's some strong ones there to deck.
Seed of Slaughter.
That's not what I was going to say.
I'd wear a t-shirt with that on it. That's fucking sick. And do you know what the best bit is? The meme of, have you ever seen the meme like, check out the name of my new death metal band and it's a bunch of branches?
No.
That would make so much sense for Groot.
It would.
Anyway, affiliation, West Spiral Arms Guardians. He's formerly a partner of Rocket Raccoon. Oh, there must not be partners in the comics anymore. The Galactic Council, the Nova Corps, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Citizenship, Flora Colossi. So that must be his species. So that is he is a Flora Colossi. Occupation, Adventurer, and the Imposter Monarch of Planet X.
Oh, he's an imposter monarch.
Yep, that's fucking awesome. Another band name already. Right, I've said it before, but we need to rename this too. Karl and Lucas give you sick band names for 15 minutes. Education, shared knowledge through the Planet X route line. Oh, route line, that's so good! Possibly some royal education in superpositional engineering.
What?
I don't know. Fuck it, let's move on. Gender, male. Height, 23 feet tall. 7 meters, variable. Weight, 3.63 tons, or 8,000 pounds. Variable. Eyes black, hair, no hair. Skin, brown.
Yeah, no
Unusual characteristics, completely composed of wood.
Yeah.
I love that they clarify that. And then we have here a quote from Groot, and do you want to guess what the quote from Groot is?
Is it I am Groot?
It fucking is I am Groot. And then we have here that the history, which we normally skip because the history is just the character's backstory from the comics. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of curious about the history of Groot because he's not a very well-known character.
Exactly.
He's from the films, but the actual character itself in the comics is fairly obscure. So we'll go early life. Groot was a Flora Colossi from Planet X, the capital of, I shit you not, the Branch Worlds.
Oh, yes.
He did not get along with his fellow saplings, instead preferring the company of the maintenance mammals, who the other saplings treated with prejudice. Oh man, there's mammal racism on Groot's world.
No.
After Groot killed another sapling to defend a maintenance mammal it was brutalizing, as well as releasing a human subject that was kidnapped for scientific purposes, he was exiled from the planet.
Oh my god. I mean,
So
Groot's standing up for the little guys.
He is, but then it makes his planet sound like a bunch of dicks where they experiment on humans.
It does, yeah.
And then it says that he explored the galaxy, eventually coming into contact with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, like we can leave it there, and we'll leave the rest of the, the reader's imagination. We'll move on to the fun stuff, because that's always powers and abilities.
Hell yeah.
We're going to go through Groot's power grid here. The power grid, if you don't know, is just a ranking system of sorts for Marvel heroes from 1 to 7, 1 being an average person, 7 being nigh omnipotent or godlike. And, wait, what? It says here that Groot's strength is a 7.
Oh no.
If people curious, 7 means is where the Hulk is. It basically means incalculable strength because it can just go once it reaches 7, it goes on forever. So I want to find out the fuck's going on. I didn't know a tree man was as strong as the Hulk, so what the fuck is going on here?
What?
How is it a 7?
I don't know. I thought he was pretty strong, but
He's pretty strong. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And it also, like, everything else is like a 3 or a 4. So like, above average, but 7? What the fuck? So powers.
hell.
Flora Colossus Physiology. Groot is a member of an alien race of humanoid trees, and as such possesses various abilities unique to his species. These include, but are not limited to, a regenerative healing factor. Groot has been seemingly killed on 3 occasions, each time growing from a sprig.
Yeah.
Which I think is like the best part of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where they get the little tree.
Oh god, it's
And then
so
he starts
good.
dancing.
So Karl, what is like your favourite form of Groot in those movies?
Adult Groot.
Oh, okay.
Because I just like that he's an idiot.
Yes.
I also love as well that great interview with Vin Diesel, who, fun fact, provides the voice of Groot. When they asked him as a joke, oh, so how do you get into character as Groot? You know, because he's a character who has literally 3 lines of dialogue. And Vin Diesel sits back in his chair and strokes his chin. And like in a really, really like serious manner says, well, Groot is a character with a lot of depth, and more recently I channeled the death of my friend Paul Walker into my performance.
Oh
What?
my god.
Vin Diesel, it was a joke. You didn't have to answer. Like, why are you just dropping the Paul Walker?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and another fun fact is that Vin Diesel does the voice acting for like 20 different languages, because all he's got to do is say I am Groot in a different language. And there's great behind the scenes footage of him like in the studio like, I am Groot! It's like, great work, Vin, but can you do another take?
Yeah.
I love it. Moving on to his other abilities, size addition. Groot can grow at an extremely advanced speed at will, growing to his normal size from a sprig, or growing from normal size to a giant form, but it doesn't say specifically how fast he will grow.
Does that mean that he can physically just grow and shrink, like kind of in the middle of a fight? Or I guess it means just, no, he can keep growing?
Well, he does that, doesn't he? I think one of his first introductions, in the movies at least, is like when he just grows his legs.
Look, it's 20 feet up in the air and it's in the middle of the most heavily guarded part of the prison. It's impossible to get up there without being seen.
I got one plan, and that plan requires a frickin' Quarnix battery, so figure it out!
He just does that all the time, seemingly at will. So him growing from a sprig shouldn't be any different, realistically. And it also, like, there's no clarification of where that extra mass comes from, so I guess it comes from magic. It says here, plasticity. Groot has the ability to stretch his limbs for long distances and reshape them for a variety of tasks. He normally takes the shape of a large tree-like humanoid, but can also weave his limbs into a dense tangle of vines. He can grow individual limbs to currently undisclosed lengths, allowing to have stretching powers similar to Reed Richards.
What?
Yeah.
So he's like Mr. Fantastic in tree form.
I'll tell you something, Lucas, right? When I think of the material wood, a word I use to describe it is not stretchy. I'm going to put that out there for any aspiring comic writers. Wood isn't stretchy. Anyway, superhuman strength, which I'm very curious about. Groot's tree-like form provides him great strength. Thanks. Thanks, Marvel Wiki. Thanks for clarifying that one for me.
Wait, that's
awesome.
it?
Yeah, that's it. Hopefully we'll find some more stuff later on, but that's all it says for
No,
that.
wait, Karl. He's got godlike strength, and all they say is, yeah, he's strong.
We all know trees are pretty strong. Apparently trees are stronger than the Hulk. Who knew? Superhuman durability. Groot's hide is composed of wood, dense enough and durable enough to make him immune to most conventional weapons, including gunfire and fire. It says here that he also has healing powers to an unknown degree and once healed an entire planet of poison after a few seconds.
What?
Yeah. The Black Vortex Empowerment. Again, a great band name. After exposure to the power of the Black Vortex, Groot was both physically and internally transformed, his cosmic potential exponentially expanded upon his natural capabilities. And as a result of this mysterious Black Vortex, Groot can survive in the vacuum of space and fly.
Yes, Groot!
Just a flying tree man with blade hands.
Let's go.
He can also become, oh my god, this is a collection of words I'm so happy I get to say. He can also become a bioorganic thermokinetic furnace. Which means that he pulsates with natural biophysical energy.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
And then we can move on swiftly to abilities. There's only one listed, and it is genius level intellect.
Wait, he's a genius?
Apparently so. He says 3 words, but he's got a genius level intellect. Let's find out more, shall we? Groot has received the finest education from photonic knowledge from the Arbor Masters. What am I reading a Halo novel right now? He was highly intelligent and has a tremendous grasp of, I shit you not, quasi-dimensional superpositional engineering.
Oh my god, Groot. Like, he only says 3 words.
But those 3 words can mean a lot. And there's a great comic that shows that. It's how Groot and Rocket Raccoon became friends, and it's Rocket Raccoon, being a weird raccoon monster, is just thrown into a cell with Groot. It's like, put the weirdos in with each other. And it shows Rocket getting really pissed off that Groot can only say 3 words. But then the comic panels just shift and show the passage of time. And after a while, Rocket Raccoon begins to pick up on the various subtleties of what Groot is saying.
Ah, okay.
And by the end of it, he could perfectly understand everything he means from that, because he's just spent so much time with him. Similar to like the other Chewbacca thing.
Yes,
Han Solo could understand
Solo,
Chewbacca, even though to the an outside observer, he's just growling. But years and years and years in close proximity, I can pick up on what he means.
Well, they allude to that in, is it Endgame, where they meet Thor, and he's like, oh, I am Groot, and Thor responds, it's like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I learned tree when I was younger.
I learned how to speak tree. Oh, so we have here weaknesses, and there's only one list, and it is, as you might have guessed, a language barrier. So to most people, Groot appeared to only say, I am Groot. This made communication with most people all but completely futile. Maximus the Mad asserted that whenever Groot was saying his trademark, I am Groot, he had actually been saying any number of things. It was the hardened nature of Groot's larynx that caused people oblivious to the subtle nuance of his speech to misinterpret him as merely repeating his own name. After spending time with Groot, so here's a reference to that comic I mentioned, certain people, such as Rocket Raccoon, were able to pick up on these nuances and understand him. Groot regained the ability to speak full sentences after being healed by the gardener.
Oh, wow. So,
fair enough.
Like, that was literally just, he got fucked up in the larynx and couldn't say much?
Because it's made of fucking wood. And then someone gained the ability to speak. And then we have the ear notes, which is like, doubles as trivia. And there's only one, and it says, Groot is the Dutch and Afrikaans word for big. Befitting a hero who can increase his size.
Oh, okay, that doesn't
So Lucas, there's today's title, Groot equals big. So a short one, but a fun one nonetheless. Because I'm so confused about why Groot is mega strong, but apparently he is strong because he is tree. Do not question tree.
I'm so confused by that. Like, how do you have a being as strong as the Hulk and your explanation is he's tree?
You know what though? I'm kind of glad that that's the explanation. Why is he strong? Because he is tree. Ah, I see. He is strong because he is tree. It all makes sense now. Thank you, Marvel Wiki. See you next time, folks.